Небольшое задание является частью, в принципе, нескольких других заданий, то есть выполняется параллельно. Ну, само по себе, как бы, встречаем на пути в город караван разграбленный, как получаем опыт просто за само нахождение. Здесь же можно найти гномиху, то есть с ней побеседовать. Как бы если в команде зверь, то он, в принципе, с ней договориться легко. Как бы, если просто гном, ну, сами, допустим, гном играете, тоже, в принципе, достаточно легко договоритесь. Остальными персонажами, ну, потребуется убеждение порядка трех, от двух, по-моему, до четырех убеждений, в зависимости от того, через какую характеристику будет идти. Собственно, ну, даже если придется убить эту гномиху, в принципе, ничего страшного, на квест особо не повлияет. Получите на халяву опыт. Как вариант, можно сделать, в принципе, то есть пока одним персонажем разговариваете, ну, вот уже под конец диалога, перед тем, как она удерет, другим персонажам, то есть выделить его из группы и начать ее пинать. Как бы, по идее, должна будет сразу же выйти из диалога, вернее, после окончания диалога сагриться. Но если не сагриться, то просто закончить диалог и резко ее атаковать, пока убегает. И, в принципе, вполне реально ее после разговора продамажить, на опыт пустить. Также здесь есть смысл собрать запчасти человеческие, так сказать. Ну и, соответственно, имея маску перевоплощения, либо эльфом, собственно, части поглотить, ну, маленько узнать, что здесь произошло. В идеале, прежде чем идти сдавать этот квест, желательно овладеть навыком спиритизма, то есть спасти силу, как бы, и, собственно, после этого сюда прийти еще раз. Тут, соответственно, будут духи, и у них все выспросить, что произошло. Ну, в принципе, особо это не повлияет, просто дополнительные диалоги. И вроде как чуть-чуть побольше опыта. По-моему, на 1000, что ли, больше. Ну, хотя насчет опыта не буду говорить. Может быть, просто в старой версии опыта больше было за этот квест.
Collared by magisters in the far north, you were forced marched to this foreign land. Warm red wine flows down your throat. The languor of a tavern evening soothes you. You stride past the chained sorcerers and climb onto the caravan without complaint. As you settle, he offers only a bleary-eyed stare of disinterest in return, before shoving the... After all, don't they know they're going to be? Eloisa was the prettiest girl, not to others, but to you. Her luminous eye... Work, work, work. That's all there was in Driftwood for a dwarf like you, until you got involved in the anti-magister. You remember a cold childhood in a no-hope fishing town, bullied mercilessly by a... From the dark, you stare up at the thin slivers of light visible between the floorboards. Shadows ripple. Wood creaks above your head. One of them has paused. Your breath catches in your throat as you wait for him to move along. You hear only one gruffly barked word before the hands seize you. You twist your head around as the magisters haul you away. Your wife and 2 boys stand in the door. Wendy cries out something to you. You tell yourself... The bull lazily chews non-existent cud.
Well, guess I should have seen that coming. Yep, Sure do. Or did, leastways. All bulls can see the future. I'm surprised you don't. That's nice of you. It's not so bad so far. Sure don't miss. Sure you want to know? All right. Let me have a look. See.
The bull shakes itself, swallows the cud.
World's gonna end. Let me think about that now too. Yeah, it'll vanish. It'll be there, and then it. I've no idea how long that'll take. Could happen any moment.
The bull shrugs.
Here. I don't suppose you could do me a favour. Unhitch this here harness so as I can make my way to the field of echoes.
The bull nods its thanks and gently...
I knew you'd say yes.
The spirits of a magister and a dwarf are locked in ethereal combat. Their vision...
Sorcerer! You must hate the Reds as much as I do, eh? Rightly so. Reds had sorcerers locked up tight in that caravan. And you know where they were sending them?
The magister lunges for the dwarf, his exasperation clear.
Anna, you saw it with your own eyes. You know Sorcerer's Law, Voidwoken, and you know we'd all still be alive if you hadn't attacked our caravan.
Not to flip your flops or nothing, but 'tis more that my boss Lohar is against magisters than for sorcerers, if you know what I mean.
The magister snorts in disdain.
Loha, I should have known. Sorcerer, if you want to stay alive around these parts, you'll stay far, far away from that walking vermin. Though, on the other hand, maybe you should go stand near him. Maybe the Voidwoken could take him out where we've... Before it all, Voidwoken stole the sorcerers along the cliffs, headed for Seven knows where.
The dwarf eyes you steadily and silently, his mouth a straight line, and his eyes like marble. The magister shrugs.
Well, if I knew that, we'd have taken him out long ago. All I can say is, he's somewhere in Driftwood, and everything he touches turns into a night.
Doubled over in agony, the shiv noting the attention, he straightens, revealing insignia spelling Kinnet. You become Kinnet. His memories flooding over you and replacing your warmth, comfort. You are Kinnet, playing cards with your mates in a cozy barracks. You stagger to tipsy attention as a white-clad magistrate. It's a one-man job, a job no man wants. Your sly-eyed troop leader holds out straws to you and the others. Who you feel the short straw and hear them shout, Kinnet! You know what that means. A lonely traipse in the cold massacre. Your lantern reveals ravaged corpses in every direction. Inhaling sharply, you smell a thick black stench you remember secondhand from the few void-woken corpses your troops have found. No. Kinnet's tears fall from your eyes as you recognize a dark thicket rustles to your left. A claw rakes savage stripes across your gut, staggering back from Kinnet's deathly grasp. Only your own blood now pumps through your heart. With your living eyes, as you pluck the short straw from his hands, Kinnet weeps with relief. His wound disappears in turn. He looks around, then looks at you, and then he smiles.
Ну и, собственно, все узнав, нам необходимо доложить об этом, ну, во-первых, Лохару. Ну, в принципе, неважно последовательность, кому из них первому докладывать. То есть докладываем Лохару о караване и докладываем, соответственно, магистрам. То есть идем на пристань, там в рамках закона ордена квеста, то есть там же появится и возможность диалога доложить о караване. После чего, в принципе, на этом квест можно считать законченным. Единственное, что можно опять же вернуться на место этого каравана и поговорить опять с духами, последних двух духов отправить, собственно, в чертоги Эха.
I still am, and here you still are. Adrift in bloody driftwood. A man of stature wouldn't be moored on a dock with no one but dead fish. But here I am, and here you are. Now answer me. Did you meet with the Magister caravan on your way into town? The hour's growing late, and I'm beginning to worry. By the bishop's bones, you saw it? Out with it, man. What happened? Void woken. That means source was used. Which means some third party must have attacked first. Another fair Raymond, that old goat. Always suspecting there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've rumour has it, the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove. There's a local thug, Lohar. He runs an operation out of his hideout beneath the Black Bull Tavern.
It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. Where I really want you to ferret around is Reaper's Bluffs, to the west of Driftwood.
It's wild territory, remote and hostile, where I believe the dwarves may have set up a base of operations. Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar is working on behalf of Queen Justinia, you will be handsomely rewarded, I assure you. They've always been snakes in the grass. Cheap labour, sure. Now, you know what Queen Justinia is like, surely. A tyrant in that case. Go forth, and let the hunt come.
Do not doubt our divinity.
Oblivious to your presence, the two spirits weave their... The dwarf turns to you, a quizzical look in his bright eyes. The dwarf flashes a malevolent smirk at the Magister.
I'll be needed no more here. To the halls to tell eternal tales with my answer.
Gazing towards some far-off sight you cannot see, the spirit of the dwarf...
Fool! You should be locked up in the joy with all those like you.
The Magister's shoulders collapse with relief. His burden lifted, his spirit slowly fades...